Hello everyone, my name is Chetna Raut. I am currently working as Assistant Professor in Tulsi Ramji Gaikwad Patil College of Engineering and Technology, and today we are going to study a topic from air pollution and solid waste management, that is plume behavior. So now starting with the basics, what is plume and then what is behavior. So plume basically is any kind of smoke that you have seen coming out of chimney or stack, okay, and the behavior means it is the characteristic movement of the plume in the environment. Starting with the first slide, plume refers to the path and extent in which it moves in the atmosphere, usually from stack. The behavior and dispersion of plume entirely depends on the environmental lapse rate. So now we have already studied in previous lectures what environmental lapse rate is. It is the one of type of lapse rate. So what is lapse rate? Lapse rate is the change in the temperature with the increase in altitude. And what is ELR? That is environmental lapse rate. It is the decrease in temperature as we go up in the atmosphere. That is with the altitude. Okay, then next it says plume behavior are influenced by seasonal variations in the atmospheric stability. Why atmospheric stability? We know that our environment or our atmosphere exists in two different conditions, that is stable and unstable, right? So what's happening when this atmosphere is stable, it will not promote the dispersion of air pollutants properly, but if the environment is or the atmosphere is unstable, it will promote better vertical mixing for the dispersion of air pollutants. Next is, as the exhaust gases and pollutants leave stack, they mix with ambient air, forming a plume. What is happening? The gaseous emission that you see from coming out of the chimney will mix with the ambient air, surrounding air, and form a plume. Okay, next. So there are 6 types of plume behavior listed below, like looping plume, coning plume, fanning plume, lofting plume, fumigating plume, and trapping plume. So now let's start with the looping plume. So when does looping plume occurs? Okay, so it occurs when the ELR is greater than ALR. So why ELR is greater than ALR here? Because when the rate in decrease in temperature is higher than ALR, it is called as ELR. Okay, looping plume, it is the wavy character of the plume. Okay, when does it occurs? When ELR is greater than ALR. Then it occurs in a highly unstable atmosphere. As I've already told, that stable and unstable environments, how does they affect the dispersion of air pollutants? Okay, and the rapid mixing. If the air is in a rapid mixing condition, then it will promote better dispersion of the air pollutants. Next, the high degree of the turbulence helps in the dispersion of the plume rapidly, but the high concentration may occur close to the stack if the plume touches the ground. What is it saying? It says if there is high turbulence in the air, so what will happen? And if the concentration of the pollutant is at the higher extent, then it will deposit to the ground in a very rapid form. Next is coning plume. When is coning plume formed? When our ELR, that is environmental lapse rate, is near neutral. What is happening? It forms a cone shape. This takes place in a near neutral atmosphere when the wind velocity is greater than 32 kilometers per hour. However, plume reaches the ground at a greater distance than with the looping. Next is the fanning plume. It is a type of plume emitted under the extreme inversion condition. As you can see in the diagram, our inversion layer condition is forming. That is negative ELR is forming. What is negative ELR? Inversion. When does inversion happens? When our temperature increases with the increase in height. That is called as inversion condition. Okay, the plume under this condition will spread horizontally but little vertically. It will not promote vertical dispersion of the pollutant, but what will happen here? The plume will be constantly in a horizontal direction. Therefore, the prediction of the ground level concentration of the pollutant is very less in this case. Then the third one is lofting plume. What is lofting plume? When our first inversion takes place, then our temperature is decreasing with the increasing height. So what is happening? An inversion layer is forming. When the plume is above the inversion layer, then the lofting plume forms. So what is the definition? By definition, what is saying? That lofting occurs when there is a strong lapse rate above the surface inversion. Under this condition, diffusion is rapid upwards, but downward diffusion does not penetrate the inversion under this condition. Emission will not reach the surface. Since the plume is rapidly moving above the inversion line, the chances of settlement will be less on the surface. Then next is fumigation plume. It is the phenomena in which the pollutants that are emitted into the atmosphere are brought rapidly to the ground level when the air destabilizes. So when does fumigation plume forms? When our temperature is decreasing with the increase in altitude and suddenly inversion happens. So it forms a inversion layer. So what is happening? Our plume is now happening under the inversion line. So fumigation takes place in inversion layer, occurs at a short distance above the top of stack. Where is it? Above the stack, and hence the pollutants cannot escape above the top of the stack. Okay, so now fumigation is considered as the extremely bad situation for the dispersion of air pollutant. It is the worst case that can happen. The next is trapping plume. When does trapping plume occurs? When our inversion is happening, then again our temperature is decreasing with the increase in altitude, and again inversion is happening. So there are two inversion lines forming, and our plume is trapped between two of the inversion lines. Then that kind of plume is called as trapping plume. This refers to a condition where the plume is caught between two inversions and can only diffuse within a limited vertical height. Okay. The height is restricted there. The lofting plume is most favorable air to minimize air pollution. The fumigation and trapping plume are very critical from the point of ground level pollution concentration. Then that was the last plume behavior of this topic, and for more questions and queries, please comment in the section below. Thank you.